Hello everyone, welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports, and we have some interesting transfer news on a Thursday morning. Apparently, WILLIE could be looking to make a switch to the Bulls for next season to help him try and continue playing for the Springboks and get to 100 Springbok caps. Interesting to see if this will happen. I think it'd be a very good signing actually if it did. But before we sort of go into the rumours and where he'd slot in and whether he should slot in and whether it's the right move for him, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so WILLIE his contract's come up to an end with Toyota for Blitz after 5 years and is looking to make a move back to South Africa to sort of bring down the career as career curtain down, so to speak, down back in the country where it all started. Obviously came through the Cheetahs and was one of the mainstays and was brilliant for the Cheetahs for so many years. He's played 83 matches for the Springboks. For somebody who gets a lot of hate, he's actually been, he's been a Springbok stalwart and, could very well go on to reach that 100 caps for South Africa. Now, apparently, he wants to play in South Africa because he knows that if he wants to continue playing for the Springboks beyond the World Cup, he stands in much better stead playing his rugby in South Africa than if he was playing over in Japan, whilst, he's still being selected over Japan, stuff like that, being front and centre in front of the Springbok management every weekend down in South Africa. I think obviously makes it a lot easier for you to be selected. You can attend all the alignment camps, for example. You're on the ground here, you're playing in the URC and stuff like that. So there's no doubt that if you are trying to further your Springbok ambitions, you should be playing your rugby in South Africa. I think that's just a fact at the end of the day. Apparently, he did not get suitable offers from the Stormers and the Sharks, according to SA Rugby Mag. So take with that what you will. And apparently now is appearing, is looking set to sign with the Bulls. I like how the Lions was never an option. Have you noticed that? How it's always like, he, same as like Spirit Corsi, for example. It didn't work for him at the Sharks. It didn't work for him at the Bulls, and the Stormers don't want him, therefore he has to go overseas, as if there isn't like this fourth union that's just floating around. They could really use a couple of decent players. But anyway, so apparently no offers from the Stormers and the Sharks, and as a result, the Bulls are the most likely destination for the 33-year-old fullback. And so I mean the big thing, in terms of would it be a good move for the Bulls? Of course, it would be a good move for the Bulls. He's a brilliant player. I think the Bulls need a bit of a rebuild. I think obviously they're bringing in Henry Immelman next season, which is a big signing. Jaco van der Walt, for example. WILLIE would add. They have ridiculous depth at sort of outside back. You'd have Curtly Arndt, WILLIE, Henry Immelman, Kane and Moody. You'd have Jan Goosen floating around, Jaco van der Walt. So you have lots of options everywhere. So it would be massive for the depth of the Bulls, for example. And look, I think at the end of the day, you're never going to turn down the offer of a Springbok player, and WILLIE's got so much to offer. I think, especially from a mentorship point of view, I think he would do a lot for some of the younger players coming through. I think he's got a lot of experience, knowledge to pass on. I think he's still a very capable player. We've seen how the Boks just do play better when he's on the field, and I think especially at URC level, and especially maybe with the Bulls, where I think maybe at times they just lacked a little bit of that X factor. Jan Goosen just doesn't quite play into the best of abilities, and WILLIE is one of those players when he's on song. He creates opportunities. And if he's creating opportunities for a Curtly Arndt, a Kane and Moody, for example, then they're going to score a lot of tries. The interesting thing is, will he be playing post the World Cup? He's 33 years old, so he's not very old, but is sort of approaching sort of the twilight years of his career. I think he's turning 34 in August, so if he were to play next year, he would be 34, 35. So it'll be interesting to see. At the end of the day, he needs 17 more games. He could probably get in about 6 or 7 this year. I reckon he'll probably get. So I think he'll probably be sitting at around the 90 cap mark by the end of the year. So if he wants to get to 100 games, he will have to play again next season and play most of those games. I do think that he is. If that's thinking for him, if he's thinking that he has to play in South Africa to become a Springbok centurion, I think he's pretty right. I think he does need to be playing here in the URC, playing very well, being one of the top fullbacks in the country, and I think he'll continue playing for the Springboks for the next year or two. We've got no British and Irish Lions series coming up, for example, so it's not like this, next year has to be this complete new rebuild, and ahead of the British and Irish Lions. There can be a 2 to 3 year transition period whilst the new players start moving in and the old players start sort of filtering out. But let me know down in the comments below. Do you think this would be a good move, a bad move? What do you think down in the comments below? Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven, and I'll chat to you soon.